Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing Quick Draft Dominaria United. Offered some reasonable rares and uncommons here. Guardian of New Benalia, pretty good pickup. Phyrexian Missionary, great card. Even a 2-mana, without the kicker, it's great. With the kicker, it's greater. Like, we love it. This is awful. And then we have Zaro Janin, which is fine. Pretty good, even. I haven't had the opportunity to play this card yet. I don't remember. There was that deck where I drafted where I started out by picking a bunch of dual white cards. But I think green was the one I missed, right? I got the red-white guy, the blue-white guy, and the black-white guy, right? Anyway, so that's another option we have here. You know, the commons are all whatever. I'll take the missionary. The graveyard recursion is pretty strong when there's all these insane creatures around. Speaking of, we could just take some more, I guess. Seems fine. Fires of Victory, huh? Nothing here looks that great. Maybe I just take Rona? See if I somehow wind up in a Dimir instance deck? Coral Colony? Jodah's Codex? A card with a lot of upside. The one time I drafted it, I was playing it in at least 2 games. I got to play it with a domain of 5, but you know, even on domain of 4, it's, I think, good, and on 3, it's probably playable. So I'll take this, see where that goes. Tatiova is still here. That's incredible. I have to take it. I don't know what the hell was in this pack. I guess the bots just don't know Tatiova is good. I'll take a Pixie Illusionist. This helps with domain. It keeps me in blue, and it's just a totally fine card. Academy Wall's okay. Sea Scavenger if I really wanted to commit to the domain thing. But I think I'm better off just taking a blue-white land. Maybe another? What else could I take? A Gardener, maybe? I don't know. Just give me another blue-white land. Necromass. I don't know. I kind of think in the Tatiova deck you like flyers, so I'll take a flyer. Pixie Illusionist is quite interesting. Okay, so it looks like we should definitely be in blue, and there's another flying blue creature. Okay. The Coral Colony wheeled, but I don't think we want it, right? Impulse is much better. If our plan is to, try to... I don't know, maybe I'm just in blue-white. We're getting offered a ton of it. I'll grab another Cavalier. Yeah. I did... Was it my last draft or one a little before that where I did blue-white? Shadowrite Priest. It's a 2-mana 2/2 that likes clerics, but there aren't very many. I imagine I don't... Oh, I have one. Wow. Huh. I mean, I don't know. It seems hard to activate. What does this do? Braid's Frightful Return. 3-mana Saga. You can sack to make each opponent discard. Return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. And then an opponent can sacrifice something. If they don't, they lose life and you draw a card. Seems bad. Bortuk. If we were going to commit to a domain thing. But I only have one card that really cares about domain. What I have is blue, white, and Tatiova. So I could take like Shore Up or Pixie Illusionist. I think Bortuk might be too ambitious, but like, aren't you supposed to be ambitious? I'm just gonna grab a land and see if like, no, that's stupid. Well, I guess a third Pixie Illusionist kind of also works on the domain problem for me, right? In addition to just being a useful creature. I could try Bortuk and figure I have Illusionists for fixing. And I'm going to be running some green for Tatyova anyway. So maybe the black on 6 is not that hard. I think it's worth a try. Not going to try to run a Miasma though. 2 mana X3 with Trample that likes Domain. Extinguish the Light. That's maybe a little hard. I mean, Rona's double black. I don't... Well, maybe I do want to run Rona. We only have one instant right now, but in blue-white, you're going to have a lot, I would think. You know what, this Atrocity can probably go. I don't really have much call for that. It is black. I don't know. I don't have any creatures that really need to like enter the battlefield and then leave, right? Bortuk, I guess. Wow. That would be kind of amazing. Okay, put that back. I think that's like super ambitious. Am I ever going to like get to play Bortuk and then have it die and then kick Balduvan Atrocity? You know, sort of hard to imagine, right? Especially since I'm only playing Bortuk if it's like bringing back Tatyova or something. Or, I mean, anything really. And if I do that, like, is actually bringing up Bortuk for one turn going to be what lets me win the game? Or is it going to be a game that I was winning anyway, right? Is it just win more stuff? I think I should... I was going to say I should take Extinguish the Light. I guess Shadow Prophecy would be sort of interesting because we plan to have some domain. But I don't want to tie myself down to like 3 mana black cards if I can help it. I don't know. I already have like Atrocity, and Rona's even harder to cast. Double black is just silly. I know, I have Rona. Maybe I should just take Academy Wall as like, that's my filtering and a way to not die so much. But I have like no instants and sorceries. I don't know. Give me Extinguish the Light. How bad can it be? Another Impulse? A green-black land? Yes. I need green and black. And Domain. Reinforcements are okay. Tolarian Terror might be the pick here, even though I only have 1 instant right now. 2 instants. Right, because I took Extinguish the Light. Because even if you can't get it that cheap, it's still pretty okay. Yeah. Another Tatyova over the black-white land. Tatyova just wins games all by herself, as long as you can live long enough. I could take Zaro Jonin, because I have kind of already committed to green and white, and this is a domain thing. This is the second one I've been offered. It was in my first pack, wasn't it? Another Missionary is great, but is it the best? Is Joint Exploration better in this? Have I been calling this Joint Expedition before? I think I have. Is that better in our deck? 2 mana, scry and draw. And like for green, you get to ramp. It is really nice, but I don't know. I think Phyrexian Missionary is really important. It contests the early game and its late game value. I think I'm just taking the black-white land. Blue-red, I don't have any red sources yet, and so, like, yeah, wow, more domain, right? Actually, maybe that is what I should do. Because I have two Tatiova. No, Tatiova doesn't care. I don't have an IL. I don't have anything that, like, says, if your domain is 5, this kicks ass, and otherwise it's bad. It's just like 5 is better than 4. So I think I'll take a land that helps me, like, cast my spells. Another Pixie Illusionist is good. A Shore Up would be nice. I guess Academy Wall? Probably not going to run it, but we'll see. Don't really want any of this. We're not really a Phalanx deck, I don't think. Maybe Mana Worker? Is this any good? Not really. Still probably not running it, but fine, I'll put it in for now. Threats Undetected. It's like 3 mana. Yeah. Wrath. I mean, I just have so few instants and sorceries, right? It's like 1 Impulse and 1 Extinguish the Light, and I might be cutting it. But Wrath is just still good, I think, right? It's 2 mana for a 1/3, and it has like a 5 mana activated ability that if you've gotten some early tempo can just close out the game. Or it can make it impossible for your opponents to block, attack. On the other hand, I could just take a Stall for Time. Or a blue-black land. I think I want the Stall for Time. I'm kind of thinking we don't necessarily have that much domain stuff. I don't know. If we're trying to run blue and white, which I think we are, and we have to run double green for Tatiova, like maybe I ought to be trying to get the black out of the deck. Like, yes, fine, run the dual lands, but like Rona kind of sucks here. And then it's basically just Bortuk and Balduvan Atrocity are the package, and like Extinguish the Light suddenly looks really hard to play. So say we cut that. And, I mean, Wrath is just not looking very good. And neither, to be honest, is Tolarian Terror. But, you know, Wrath currently I have to pay a pick to get it. Tolarian Terror I already have, so I can just see if it works out. I think I want Stall for Time. Give me tempo to get me my tempo and draw to get my cool stuff. Weatherseed Treaty is great. Green is a little bit like hard to get, but I really want this, and I'm gonna need a fair amount of green anyway because I have, you know, 2 kind of important green creatures. 7 mana, 7/7, trample, gain life. It seems good. What about another Codex? It seems amazing, right? It's not even legendary, so you could have 2. Mossbeard Ancient is strong. I think I can cut the Tolarian Terror. We just like don't have anything for it. Give me more draw. So greedy. This is also just bad because I don't have any instants or sorceries. Maybe a Gardener? No. Well, maybe. I kind of like ramping because I have all these draw effects. Oh, I mean, you know, don't forget, actually. I do have 3 Pixie Illusionists for fixing. I sort of forgot that it's not just my lands that are fixing. If I'm ever missing a color, I'll often have a Pixie Illusionist in play, right? So I think that's enough excuse to splash the black stuff. And assume that Domain will be going well. And so maybe in that context, I do just take a Gardener to, like, you know, fix up my lands and also be a useful death-touching creature. I don't really want the Academy Walls. They seem very bad. And then what do I have on 3? Some Cavaliers, you know, basically some Flyers. And Tatiova. Yeah, let's take a Gardener. I guess Root Walla is another option, because I hope to have big Domain, but I don't know how realistic that is. To assume, like, I don't know. Ooh, Tail Swipe, huh? Or Tribute to Urborg. I just don't have that many instants and sorceries, so it's just like okay removal that's in the wrong color. Am I going to have big enough creatures for Tail Swipe? Not really. Do I take another blue-white land? I think I'd rather have, like, Shore Up or Rager. If we're running black, I think this card is worth having. My 3-drop slot is really oversubscribed. Prodigy? Sure. Get me some 2-drops, please. A red-black land, if I wanted to have some red to splash. I don't think I really do. But everything else here kind of stinks. Maybe I just take like a 2-mana 2/2 that might come with a counter. Impede Momentum looks like the take here. And I think we have enough Domain for a Scavenger. Although I'm going to have to cut some of these 3s. I'll take a Shore Up. Try to keep Tatiovas alive. Vine Wall's nice. I'm a little surprised I didn't take that last time I saw the pack. I wonder what was there that I wanted more. Alright, so we have mostly some 3-drops to cut, I think. I don't know. I want them all, though. Oh, what a bad player. I mean, this really wants you to have Enlist, right? So that it can become tapped without having to attack. But it's still like a 4/4. I don't know. I don't really have any way to tap it. I have 0 Enlisters. I think it's probably wrong to run that. But, I don't know, it's a 5-mana 4/4 that when it attacks puts counters on everything. I'm just not going wide enough for that to be worth running, I think. So is this 4 black sources? A little scary for Extinguish the Light. But there's all the Pixie Illusionists as well. Can't I just run all of this? Obviously I can, but I know that's bad even though I don't know what to do instead. It's given me 6 green sources. It's a little bit like really low with Tatiova, but I have, again, the Illusionists, hopefully. I have, what, 4, 6 blue sources? Ugh. I needed more jewels, but the ones I got were all, like, red, green, blue, red. So, didn't seem worth it. Maybe Shore Up can go. It's like nice for Tatyova, but there's nothing else I really need to protect. I do like Impulse. The Missionaries and the Bortux are both like supposed to bring back Tatyova, and that seems so good. All right, let's cut Extinguish the Light, I guess, and then my black cards are like much less important. I can run less of them and more green. More blue, maybe? To make sure that I have like Pixie Illusionist mana, basically. Because that fixes all my other stuff. And then... the Soaring Drake, I guess, is not that important. I have better flyers. It's a little weird that I'm keeping this instead of Soaring Drake when it's like so much weaker stat-wise. Do I care about the life gain and the ETB effect? Or do I want a bigger creature? I feel like a 2/3 beats a 2/1 by more than 2 life, right? Because I can actually use it as an extended blocker. We're not so aggro that we want our 2/1 to just go face, right? So I think I actually cut the Cavalier and put back a Drake. Seems weird because it gives me nothing but 1-ofs, basically. Is there anything else I could be putting in? I could run an 18th land like I did last time I played Domain, but I don't think my mana curve justifies that. Well, I have Jodah's Codex drawing, I guess. But I think that's probably bad. And I wound up with still very few instants and sorceries, right? Yeah, so the Terror is just not going to do it. And I'm glad I didn't take Wrath. Got 0 Tolarian Geysers, which is too bad. Okay. Is this mana base still reasonable? 7 blues, 2, 3 swamps, which I think is enough. 2, 4 whites? Really? I cut that much white? Okay. I mean, the 2-drop slot's a little scary, but again, we're kind of relying on pixies to fix all of our problems. Mithanrol. Sounds like a Lord of the Rings name. Okay. This is fine. I have blue mana, although I can't use it turn 1. Good news, I don't have a turn 2 play anyway. I can't play Tatyova yet, but that's sort of fine. She doesn't really want to be played on turn 1 that badly anyway. On turn 3, right? She wants to come out when you already have 7 lands. Green, black. Oh, I forgot. I could have put a Mana Worker in my deck, I guess. There's my second green source, by the way. Maybe this is my second green source. We'll see. I guess, like, in some sense, you'd like Weatherseed Treaty, right? Yes, Weatherseed. To be played after Tatyova is already on board, so you can get 2 lands out of it on the same turn. Right? I think that's probably too greedy, because it's a pretty cool card. I guess I can't play it. Well, I could play it. I could tap the Pixie Illusionist. I mean, the ramping effect is pretty good. What are you doing? There's no land destruction in the set. I'm just like doing my own thing, dude. It's a forest, please. And now I'm like, oh, if only I still had if only I'd put a mountain in the deck, right? What do I need more of? Blue, I guess. So now they know I don't have full domain like ever, or I would have picked a mountain here. I do not think it's worth cutting one of these lands to put a mountain in, though. That's very greedy. I don't have many domain effects that care about domain. It's really just like a Tatyova deck that I put a bunch of lands in for Jodah. And Bartok, I guess. Hello? Can we play? This turn has been so slow, and it hasn't even been me. Okay. That's fine. I already got... That's great! Are you kidding? I got, like, that 8 removal, and also ramped me, and drew a land. That's amazing. So this is for creatures, right? Yeah. Oh, and I do have full domain because of Pixie Illusionist. Right. I don't think I need to play this. I think I want to wait until they remove one of my key creatures. I don't know. I could be attacking with the 1/1. They seem to believe this is a defender. Like, the turn that I tapped this, they decided not to attack, suggesting they want this trade. And I don't want it, so I'm not going to offer it. This is just a 4/4 reach. I mean, those are annoying, but... Yeah, my turn. Incredible. So I need... this island. No. This swamp to be a forest. No, they have a 3/3 defender. I need some way around it before any attacks like that are good. I could just play a 2/3 menace, but I'd rather save it, right? I have all this graveyard recursion. Okay. Obviously, they can pump here. I guess I'd be trading these two for a 1/1 token, which seems... Well, for... No, more than that, right? For... 2 of their creatures, a 1/1 token and a mana worker. Trading these two for a token and a mana worker seems okay. Because I don't mind recurring these. I've had, like, mana that I can't find anything to do with for a while. Or cards that I can't find an excuse to spend. Oh, just trade it. All right. That's interesting. Maybe they have their own Bartuk? Bortuk? Oh, they just have more horses. Okay. That's pretty cool. What mana would I like to have available? Blue and white and green, probably? Well, I guess with Pixie Illusionist, I can figure it out later, right? No, because I have to tap before I draw. So this leaves me just blue and white. Was there some way to avoid that? Only by tapping this, right? Which I think is fine. Okay. Kind of bad to have no blockers besides Tatyova. I could have just tapped a land and then I'd have this flying blocker, but I don't think that matters very much. I think I'll just like trade Tatyova for something if I can. I guess I can't even do that, can I? But it deters the 1/1s and the 1/3, so like what are they really getting in with? A 3/3? That's fine. I think they should attack with more than this. Because like with Tatyova and Codex, I'm winning the long game. We'll see. They probably have some trick here, I guess. Which is fine. Oh, this buffs the Warhorse? That's cute. Maybe I should have blocked the Warhorse though? I don't know. I think I like that Tatyova is still alive. Probably. That's a 7/7. Well, I'm awfully glad that... What 7-mana card do they have in their graveyard? A Necromass. Nice. Well, I'm glad that I have this thing coming up. Let's tap this again. It's so complicated. You just turn this into a mountain, please. Okay, now I have 7 or 8 mana to spend. My choice. I could just pick up a Rager. There's not really anything I want to do for 8, right? Oh, I guess I only really want to spend 6? Dubious. Maybe I shouldn't have made this my red land, because I kind of want to kick the Atrocity to draw a card off of Rager. I forgot about that. Maybe I just, like, play this for kicker now, and I'm tapped out, including my land creatures, but I have more stuff on the board. Do I want 2 life? Do I want 3 life or a card? I think I'm doing okay on cards. Give me the life. Order on this was all horrible, of course. I'll double block the Warhorse. Because I don't mind losing Tatyova. Okay, let's see what the trick is. I can't just keep taking truckloads of damage. And I already have a way to get her back. Right, it's only 7 to pick her back up and replay her. They have to blow up 2 creatures for this trade to keep the Warhorse alive. Well, more than that. They have to blow up 2 creatures to kill both of mine. Wait, what? You were gonna... That... Killing the creature didn't do anything. You were gonna kill Tatyova anyway. Okay, you want to do more damage to this? Or you just didn't count? You thought it was a 2-2? I don't know. No, hang on. Green? No, I don't need green. White? White. Black? No. Black? No. White. Okay. Oh, I should be drawing a card first, probably, right? Maybe I could be attacking with this and just paying the mana to draw here? No, because they have... I keep forgetting the reach creature. Impede Momentum looks really hot, but I don't want to do it until I have more attackers. I'm out of recursion for the moment. There's more in the deck, but I did use up one of my recursion sources to gain 2 life, which, you know, in retrospect is questionable. But it also got a 2/3 on the board, which usefully stopped their pressure, so I think it was reasonable. Okay, I think it's still... I'll pay 1 mana to draw here. Because I want this to be able to attack. Oh, look at that. Found another one. Let's animate a forest, sure. Should have scryed first, maybe? Lands are great. I wouldn't even mind if they killed Tatyova, right? Like, isn't that a shitload of damage? 7. This doesn't get in. 9. 15. Oh, let's keep it back. Okay, the Tatyova deck. It's such a busted card. And I keep forgetting that, like, yeah, right, I have full domain, because Pixies. It was a slow one, though. If I have to play 7 games like this, I might have to go to bed in between. Or 9 games, God help us. Hello, waiting for opponent. There is one here. It's just not okay. Garrickson? I was hoping this was some kind of garlic dude. Oh well. Looking pretty sweet, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just like have random 2-drops, and I'd rather kick them than not kick them, but I'd also rather not die than die, so having some 2-drops that I can play early is useful. It's not 100% clear which land to play, but I guess I don't know. I can get my green next turn, and I want to play an untapped land next turn anyway, so it might as well be the non-green tap land that I play first. And I think I'm more likely to want white or blue than I am to want specifically black. Red, white, and green. I think I'm more concerned about my life total against those color combos than I am about some recursion combo. So I could keep either of these. This preserves draw, this preserves potential recursion. But playing this is a way bigger body. And also gains me life. These colors are called Naya, right? I think I finally learned all the 3 color combos. Oh, never mind. They're just like everything. Or maybe they don't have blue, possibly. I want to play a 3-drop this turn. Probably this one, but they're both reasonable. Just like ramping is good, basically. Alright, good. I'm glad to see there was no trick there. That's something I was a little worried about when they left 3 untapped, but I think any trick they would have would basically just be instant speed removal, and then it doesn't matter if I attack. They're not going to flash in a creature and do something weird. I don't even... Is there flash in this format? There's some, I think, but not very much. Actually, is there? Oh yeah. Right, mostly flash removal. There's a 2-mana 1/1 with flash, which no one's playing in limited. The main thing is the 3-mana white creature that's a 2/2 flash, so that's worth keeping in mind. So we want to kick this and then decide what to do. Hang on. Actually... Ah, right. If I kick this, I can't... Yeah, right. Well, might as well attack, I guess? I assume they have some islands in there somewhere, or some way to get access to blue, because this looks like... You don't run 4 colors without a good reason. I'm running only 4. Well, and in particular, most of the good reasons to run 4 mana are 4 colors are also a good reason to run 5. I happen to be running specifically 4, but I have Illusionist to get me access to the 5th if I need it. I'm not attacking into your weirdo 3-mana flash 2/2 with this. I'm using this for mana. I can't imagine, though, that they have it, because they would have played it last turn. They wouldn't float 3 in the off chance that I play into their trick in a different way. They're thinking about something else, or they're, like, having a hamburger, who knows. But I don't think they're thinking about playing the Sky Cleave Rider? Cleaving Sky Rider. Close enough. Anyway, you love getting hits with lifelink against a red-white deck, even if there are also a bunch of other random garbage and they don't play any spells. It's less important when they don't play any spells. Maybe we just win here? Question mark? Nope, they're still here. Weather Seed Treaty, I guess? Because it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe I just want an island. This is a spell that draws me a land and then makes a 1/1 and like gives me some trample nonsense. But I think I just want a land. Well, yeah, because that would let me play the Pixie Illusionist now. I don't know. Give me the treaty, I guess. If I end up drawing a land next turn, this will be better. But I don't know. I think the land was probably right. The effects that this thing has other than fetching a land are not that important to me. It's mostly that it like lets me play a land on a turn when I otherwise couldn't, which is about to stop being true. But it also does give me the like 1/1 and the trample buff. I don't think it's really... I think Island was right, but I just like couldn't do it. I was like, I must have a spell. I hate lands, even though like I really would like a land. Like, my higher executive function is saying, yes, obviously you should take a land, you idiot. But I'm like, but spells are good? And then Lizard Brain is taking over, and so we took a spell. Oh, well. Can we speed it up? Oh, my God. I know, I'm a slow player. Alright, that's pretty cool. Tatyova is a card. Impede Momentum is what I want to play right now. I can play that and Tatyova, but instead I should play that and the Weather Seed Treaty, right? I should have tried after playing the treaty. Okay, this doesn't matter. I'm bad. Oops. What do I need more of? I have triple green, 1 blue, and 1 white. Yikes. Give me some more blue, I guess. Yeah, so that's the island that I could have picked up. So far I've spent 3 mana this turn to get the second 2 of these effects. 4 mana, really, because the island didn't come into play. The island came into play tapped. I could have had it available to play a Pixie Illusionist. Last turn. So I spent 3 mana and a damage to get the last 2 bits of this effect. Maybe that's actually reasonable. Making something huge and trampling looks pretty good right now. Timeout, huh? All right. Are we timing out again? No. So this turn, we do want to play Tatyova, I think. Well, I don't know. Why, right? Because it spends my mana. I don't know. I think I don't see much reason for Tatyova to be at risk here. Let's just play the Drake and a Pixie. It is important to play the Pixie this turn. Sort of. Because it can give me more domain when this goes off, so I can attack with a bigger lifelinker. Honestly, it should probably be the token. I don't want to risk, like, I try to buff the lifelinker and they destroy the lifelinker, and I don't get in for any extra damage. Yeah. So playing the Pixie now is basically just making the token bigger by 1 next turn. Maybe it would be better to just attack with the pixie. I don't know. Anyway, I don't need any of these creatures, so I can just attack with... I don't need them untapped. I don't need the mana from this, importantly, since I decided not to play Tatiova. So I can just attack all. Opponent's just having a rough day. Wait, I thought they timed out. And they had no timeouts left, so that should have ended. I don't know how they got extra time added. Oh, I can kick this! I forgot about that. Okay, well that's the thing to do. Okay, and put a stop in my main, please. So that if I want to, I can tap the pixie, but I'm not going to, right? I want a 3/3 more than I want more domain, probably. Hey, I put a stop. Shouldn't this stop in my main prevent this from going on the stack? No, this goes on the stack at the beginning of my main, and I have to target it as soon as it's on the stack, or before, while putting it on the stack. So I did have to do this in my upkeep if I wanted the bonus. Okay, but this is like lethal, so I don't know. They could have removal here. I won't play around it. I think it's okay to attack with these. Yeah. Because if they manage to somehow remove this, which I don't think they can at instant speed in green-white. Maybe if they'd done it before it became a 7/7. But anyway, like, yeah, then they get a decent block, but I don't know. I get in some extra damage. Impede momentum, great in that game. They only play the one creature on turn like 4 or 5, and then we turned it off until the game was over. It didn't even scry, and it was still good. My fault. Illusionist on 1. Prodigy on 2, I guess? It depends how things are going. Maybe I'll want to save it for 4, but probably not. I could play a tap land and like not play this. And that would get me the Atrocity on 3, which I otherwise can't do. Well, now I can. So I could play this. I don't know. I think I'll go with the... Oh, I can't play this on 3. Yeah, I can. Pixie Illusionist can make the island a swamp. Okay, so far we have Jund. Nice, I guess. That's not a Rager. I mean, it's fine, I guess. But I thought it was a different card, even though earlier I had looked at it and confirmed what it was. I just, like, changed my mind and forgot. Well, that's nice. So we attack with this after playing a forest. I assume no blocks. Yeah. I mean, I don't really need... Well... If I had an untapped land next turn, I could get the Codex online. Which seems pretty good, right? But I might draw a land anyway. I'll take stall for time. Because I can do useful stuff this turn even if I don't draw a land. And stall for time might be part of that. I don't know. Well, it's more like I don't want to draw that many more lands over the course of the game. Even though at the moment I do want one, I don't want like 5. So when I have a chance to not draw one, it seems like a good idea. Okay, what are we milling here? 5 mana, 3/3, huh? This only works if it's dead, and it costs 5. Still kind of cool. Okay. We missed there, but I can play Vine Wall and probably get to play an untapped land for Rager. Oh, I don't have a swamp yet either. I played a black creature, and so I assumed I must have a swamp, but in fact I don't. So the Codex wouldn't have been online anyway. For 0 mana. It would have been... I could have made it cost 1, but I couldn't have paid the 1. I mean, I guess I could have made this attack if I wanted. I feel like they might be pretty willing to lose this, though. I don't think I should make that easy for them. They would, like, double block here, basically. I don't have a lot of removal. I have, like, basically none, right? I cut the Extinguish the Light. I just have, like, Stall for Time and Impede Momentum. So something like a Tattered Apparition that can potentially grow quite large could be an issue. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, it's not much of anything right now, but it does things they want to do, right? Okay, Weatherseed Treaty for a swamp is a possibility. Because then I'd get a bigger domain. But if I play the Codex right now, I can't use it. So that's why I would consider such a play. I could also kick this to put a counter on... what exactly? My Pixie? I don't think that's very good. I think I'll just play the Codex in a land. Tap land. Okay, Urg's getting bigger. Okay. I need a Tatyova. As soon as I have Tatyova, like, I just win the game, but obviously that's asking a lot. There's only 2 in the deck. We can start drawing pretty fast. Whoa. What? Why do that now? What? Not only, like, why at this stage in the game do you think it's worth blowing up one of your 5 lands, like you just have no big spells, but also why do it at sorcery speed? Oh, it makes this bigger, I see. It's a 3/5 now. I would triple block that. I can't, like, if they're not attacking, it makes no sense. But I think if you are attacking, it also makes no sense. That looks like a fine tap. Take stage 1, please, for a swamp. My only swamp. But I have some, like, other black sources. It's not like I'm some maniac who only runs swamps. This forest is actually a mountain. Okay. Cool. I don't know what I'm putting this counter on. Probably the Menace dude? Because the Flyer doesn't do that much attacking. And they have pretty good air support anyway. Maybe it's nice to threaten a bigger crackback, though. I don't think so. I think what I want is this. Just to make Urg less threatening, basically. I don't know, and just because, like, bigger creatures are better. What the hell is this pet? It's just like a ring? Very weird. I don't understand the lore behind this. Is it an Oblivion ring? One of Magic's famous rings? Or is it some weird thing from DMU? I don't know. Because I've never seen it before. Urborging back the 5/5 and a Splatter Goblin. Okay, the 5/5 is pretty cool. I thought they were going to try to get that by sacking this thing, but sure, if you can pick it back up, why not? Splatter Goblin is a little annoying because if it ever dies in combat, then it can kill my Pixie Illusionist. I mean, I guess I have green in my hand, but I'd rather you left me some on the board, so blue, white, green, blue, blue? This is a mountain again. I do have 3 mana, okay. I left myself without the ability to pay blue and white. That's okay, this costs 5. Alright, so a tap land then. Nope, that's also stupid. Well, this costs 5 as well. I'm gonna wait on the Illusionist and try to play it for 5. I guess I maybe shouldn't have tapped the Pixie. If my plan was to float this mana anyway, but I didn't know what I was going to draw, so yeah, this makes sense. Okay. So I should get as many creatures traded off here as I can, unless I want to trade 0, which I don't think I do. Anything I can trade off usefully. You... Now, keep in mind, they are going to get to replay something by exiling this, right? But I think it's still worth making them spend the mana. It's their whole turn, right? You block here. And I guess I'll have you block here, because I value your replay ability. So at the end of this, Splatter Goblin will be killing my Pixie, which is annoying. I could let it in. I think I should, actually. I'm getting a lot of value out of that Pixie, even though I'm about to play another. Let's block like this. Right, and now the Pixie lives. So stop in my up... Oh, no, right. I can't... I was going to... Oh, I'll tap the Pixie to make a land a mountain, and then everything will draw for free, but I want to attack with the Pixie, don't I? I guess not. I can attack with a giant menace creature instead? Or something? Or just this 2/2? I don't know. An 8/9 menace seems good. Attack with everything? Stall for time? It's an interesting idea. I don't think it's much better, though. This island resolves and becomes a mountain. Pass to... or remove the stop. Go to main. This creature. Draw. Draw. Okay, cool. So I still could stall for time and stun their stuff? It's worth something, I guess. I kind of want to keep the 2 flyers stunned, though, and it's better to do that next turn, right? Yeah, let's attack for 8. Trample. I assume they let it in. Huh, a double block and then sacrifice itself? It doesn't have the mana to do that. And this has menace. You really want to double? Oh! I don't kill with a double block. I don't kill them both. It has so much toughness. I didn't see that coming. Okay, but I do get to kill Urg, I guess. Or the Barricade, which I think both would be sort of reasonable. I don't think they have the mana for Barricade, do they? And Urg is just big for free. Yeah. Okay, so that maybe was a mistake. Certainly I did not anticipate the outcome, so... Or I didn't see this as an option for my opponent when I clearly should have. So I want to have 5 mana left at the end of turn. Let's play this. Tapping red. I guess I could have bottomed all of those, but I think this is pretty good. So what is this? For 7 mana, I have 2 left if I'm stalling for time. I don't know how good it even is to kill all their flyers. Let's just play a big Pixie. Their flyers are scary. They can hit me for like 6. Or I mean, this turn for 6. 7? 8? And then for more later. What the hell is this? Okay, so it's a 4/5 that gets bigger for number of creature cards in your graveyard? Interesting. I would trade my 3/3 for this thing. That's fine. I don't need the pixies very much anymore. Although, if I block the Splatter Goblin, it's actually a 2-for-1 because it kills one of my things and my pixie. Yikes. But now I guess they killed the 3/3 pixie this way. So, I don't know. I guess this trade is okay. They pump here to kill this, and then kill the 1/1 pixie. I guess I have to live with it. Did I hit pass throughout somehow? No, I played the pixie, that's right. These two creatures are huge. Borchuk draws a Rager. I have, what, 5? Well, okay, let's draw, I guess. Because there are some creatures I would really love to have. Specifically the 2 Tatyovas in the deck. There she is. Now I have 5 mana plus this. So stall for time on their turn seems pretty good. And I can attack with a flyer. Nice. What the hell? Okay. Okay, so they're going to try and win the ground game. That's exciting. I should stall for time now, I think. And I think I should stop this 4/5 from attacking me. No creatures I really care to bring back. Impulse main phase seems okay. That tap looks fine. I don't really need another Tatyova, but Impede Momentum would be fun. Actually, a land, maybe? I already have one for this turn. I'm probably getting one for next turn. Should have done these, actually. I get to pick the order? Oh, weird. There aren't that many cards that do that printed these days, I thought. For 7 mana, so I could kick the Pixie and play this. But I couldn't also draw. I think that's fine. Oh no, this is 5, that's right. Hang on. Let's gain some life. Draw last, LOL? Could have played a tap land this turn if I had planned things out more carefully. But I can play one next turn, because it doesn't have to be the land you play that gets animated. I tap too much blue if I want to play the Pixie Illusionist and impede momentum, but I don't really. They don't have any other flyers they could have brought back, I guess. That doesn't do anything, and the other card in their hand also does nothing. So we win. Gonna shoot themselves in the head. I guess they don't know that I have a land in hand, but I get 4 draws at it. Well, 3, but 1 I just did, so... Okay, yeah, let's just kill a creature. Oh, actually, I already have lethal on board now that I look at it. And chump. That's fine. All right. I mean, there were some moments there where I felt in a little bit of danger when opponents started getting some big flyers in and I hadn't found Tatyova yet. But as soon as I had Tatyova, Stall for Time combined with drawing 3 cards a turn did kind of win the game. Drawing 3 a turn, pretty broken. I don't think that's a mechanic that should exist unless you invest a lot in it, as we have. I remember there was a time back in Crimson Vow when I drafted like an Is It Spells deck. And it just had a million cards that were like, you know, draw a card, you know, and then do a small thing. Like, you know, 1 mana, give a creature +1/+0 and trample, and then draw a card, right? And this, sadly, is not... Well, I'm on the draw, and I have a 3-drop that fixes. I guess I'll try it. It's so bad. No, any land fixes. Okay. I don't need specifically an island. Anyway. And I looked at that deck, and I thought it was bad. Like, it had see, it's turned out okay, although not great. This is an aggressive start, I think. It had Maniform Hellkite. It was like one of the cards I had drafted early. In pack 1 or 2 was the rare I opened. Very, very strong card that loves instants. And I was like, I didn't think the deck was good because it had a bunch of cards that just say, like, draw cards, right? It was like 3 mana, draw 2, stuff like that. And I was like, you're not allowed to play this stuff in Limited, are you? Because I remember I talked about this in the video at the time, of course. My introduction to this kind of game was mostly Hearthstone. Like, yes, I played a few games of Magic when I was in junior high 20 years ago. More than 20. Ugh. I can't make this trade. Weird they were willing to attack with this, but not that. Not sure what that's all about. I'm playing a tap land here. I guess it had better include black, but they both do. I guess I could impulse if I didn't want to draw a tap land, to play a tap land, but I think I do. Right, I still don't have blue. Except via this. Well, I think this is the most important blue creature I could play. I guess this would fix my domain, my land issues differently. Anyway, and in Hearthstone, like, there were a bunch of, you know, in Arena, which is the kind of draft version of Hearthstone, you know, it was too fast. You just can't play cards like Sprint right? 7 mana, draw 4. Okay, this I will trade. I assume they have some combat trick? Besides this things, obviously. But I can't just let them beat on me. I'm clearly losing, by the way. Anyway, so in Hearthstone, like, yeah, you can like, maybe put a draw spell or 2 in your deck, but you can't have a deck that is just, like, drawing the deck, right? It's too slow. And I kind of thought the same thing was true in Magic, and I guess it's not. God, I hate this. I might just be, like, blocking. Although, no. I can't do that, because they can just pump this. So anyway, that deck went nuts. I think it was 7-0. It just, like, won everything. Maybe it was 7-1 or 7-2, I don't know. But it turns out that, like, drawing cards is very, very good. And we all... Oh, this is, like, practically gonna kill me, right? It's +5/+5 or something? Yeah, yikes. It doesn't gain trample, though. And impede momentum is a thing. I think it's... Oh, God. I want to play Bortuk and leave this untapped, and those two are incompatible with each other. Let's... Impulse? And so this deck, like, kind of feels the same to me. It has a lot of lands, right? Or a lot of draw. Shouldn't it be bad? But no, it's not. I mean, the missionary would be nice, but I need blue mana. I could impede the Rootwalla, buying me time. I'd like to just block here and see what happens, but what if they have some removal or something? So I guess I'll just play a 1/1 as a secondary blocker in case they can remove it. Oh, I could kick, but then it, yeah, that taps my 1/1. Alright, I'm not going to. So if they can give trample and still have 4 mana left, I lose the game. I'm just gonna have to live with that. Okay, that also kills me. Yeah, it was tough. I had to use the Death Toucher as like a 3 mana Llanowar Elves, which, you know, is obviously not great. Well, it wasn't Llanowar Elves because it added mana of any color, and that was important. I don't know what card is like the basic, you know, add 1 mana of any color ramp. Smart TA? I guess another reason that things are that way in Arena, in Hearthstone, and I guess specifically Arena of Hearthstone, is a difference in the game mechanics between the two games. Hearthstone, I mean, okay, I haven't played in years. I know they're always adding wacky stuff, and there are some exceptions to the things I'm going to say, but Hearthstone doesn't really have enchantments or artifacts. It has creatures, but like only up to 7 of them on the board at a time. And it's much easier to engineer trades. I have black, don't I? Nope. And no way to get black either, huh? Well, that's black. I'd like to play the missionary, but I guess that's not going to happen. So creatures just don't stay on the board very long, and artifacts and enchantments don't exist. Which means there are very few cards that give you value over a long game. I'm going to let this in once. Hoping to play the Scavenger instead. So stuff that's like helping you draw in the long term, like Jodah's Codex, there's just like no such thing as that card. Actually, I do want to play this first, so I get the domain value out of this. So your value cards have to also be tempo cards, which is asking a lot. I mean, my domain is 3. I think Jodah's Codex probably is just too slow right now. What am I supposed to do instead? I guess I can block here, assuming no tricks, but probably they have tricks. If they do, I'm like sort of in trouble, right? Let's... The Codex, I think, is too slow. The Weather Seed Treaty at least does something. I could have bottomed all of it, I suppose, but I have a lot of lands and I need spells that do something, and I wouldn't mind picking up black. Oh no! It's my first time encountering this card. That's game over. I mean, I can solve for time, I guess. So a lot of the kind of strong effects that Hearthstone has are printed on creatures. But since it's easy to trade creatures, they don't stick around very long. You get them for like a turn and then the opponent removes them. Whereas stuff like Jodah's Codex just goes on forever and ever and ever. You know, enchantment and artifact removal exists, but it's not so common in Magic, right, as creature removal. Alright, I guess, like, geez, sorry I showed up. What the hell? What's the guy supposed to do here? It's looking sort of bad, guys. Oh, I don't even have any... No, I do have black mana. I forgot. Okay, so just, like, skip to part 2, please, and make a 1/1. Oh, it's so sad. But, like, the deck doesn't have any removal. We should expect this to happen. It's kind of shocking it hasn't happened before. We did lose a game. I don't recall the details of what happened there. Yeah, I don't remember that game at all. Oh, no, that was the one where they had the root wall. They buffed to a 7/7. And then smashed me with Maria's Outrider. Yeah, so kind of similar to this. Like, green just plays creatures, and then you're like, well, I guess have fun. I can't do anything about that. So 7 mana is not enough to kick both of these. But it's enough to play kick the Pixie and play this. I guess. I guess I may as well get in for 6 here. It's hard to see how that wins. But it's hard to see how anything wins. And this way I get to do 6 damage. Opponent gets in for 9 on the board. Maybe more if they have another card. I would have loved one of these in the deck. I don't think I was offered one. I would have loved most of this. Especially this. I wish this were still in my deck instead of yours. If I block a 1/1, does that count? Oh my god. Does that count as killing an opponent's creature for my dailies? I don't know. I'd rather play aggro decks. Well, no, wait. They're what keeps beating me. Hang on. I'd rather play aggro decks that don't play anything until turn 4. I think we were doing pretty well in the mid against like the mid-range opponents is how I guess I would describe the people we actually beat. This seems fine. I don't have white, but I have a Pixie Illusionist, so that's fine. And I think I will just play this out, probably. Yeah, who knows what black-white's going to be up to, right? I'd like some life gain on the field. I can even just play Tatyova as a 3/3. I don't want to do that. Maybe I should be holding back like 2 2/3s to block this thing. Oh, I don't gain life! Whoops. That makes these noticeably worse. I definitely would not have attacked if I thought about that card. Having the blockers is more important. Okay. Well. Oh, you're just gonna not. I was thinking like, oh, what about a combat trick? But okay, looks like that's just not what's happening. Really? Okay, a forest then. I mean, I don't think this is useful as a blocker. I might as well get a hit in with it. I think they don't have a combat trick, because they would prefer to use that over Prayer Binding on my random 2/3. So I think they can't attack right now. Nope, just more removal. That also works. I tried to play this deck, but I didn't do it right, and then I lost. I drafted 1 billion removal cards in black, white, plus maybe another color? I don't remember. And then I cut them all and ran random garbage and died. So not too successful there. Can I live until Tatyova starts making 3/3s? It's kind of worrying, isn't it? I just lost all my recursion. Well, am I playing Tatyova this turn or not? If I am, it would be to like try blocking their 2/2, because I'm in like really bad shape with that thing attacking me, right? It's going to get in for so much over the next like couple turns while I wait for Tatyova to come online. I don't think I can wait. I need to get the board back. But remember, I took excess damage because I attacked with a 2/3 for no reason, thinking it would gain me life. Okay, at least it wasn't a swamp. Now if they attack, they have to trade it for just Tatyova, which is fine, I think. Or if they have a combat trick, I'm just dead, but I don't know. Obviously, it feels bad when Tatiova was my win condition, but this is my loss condition. All right. So now I just have to like draw another one, or a Bortuk or something. Or a Phyrexian... No, what's the... This is the card! That I was thinking of. Now, it doesn't make sense to play it now, because I don't want Tatiova back for a turn until I can have a 7th land come down. But I can use this to at least generate a single 3/3. Watch them Runic Shot my 1/1 for no reason. That would be pretty sad. Because I do need red mana for this trick. Scary. What if I just, like, hit him for 6? Is that crazy? I think it's probably crazy, right? Yeah. At least they didn't exile Tatiova. They just exiled these things that can bring Tatiova back. By the way, I definitely did need to play these. If I hadn't, I'd be in a lot of trouble. I could make this double block. Biggest... If they just sack one, this is a 5/4 and still just trades for one of these. If they sack both, it's a 6/5, which trades for both of them, but wipes their whole board. If they've drawn a combat trick, that would be bad. But they didn't have one a moment ago. I kind of need to not get clobbered. Also, I think they must not have any creature in hand that costs less than 4. Because I think they would have played something if they could make the horse bigger. So these should get in? No. Ah, they couldn't play this till they got the trick. Very cute. What colors do I want? Probably blue and white. And this gives me black as well, I guess. I guess this is fine. I could impulse now so that the knowledge of what I have would influence whether I block this 5/5. I think it's more likely that I want to wait till they play something so that my knowledge of what they play influences what I take with impulse. And I'm just like gonna not block here yet. Didn't kick it. for time. Or just, like, draw for the other Tatyova / Bortuk. I think I should stall for time. Wow! Yeah, turns out I should. Is now the time to play it, though? I have 7 mana. I could have 8. Tatyova is 3, and stall for time is 5, so yes. Draw first. Bortuk is great. Whew, okay, they had no answer to a second Tatyova, presumably neither a third Tatyova. And they didn't even know I was going to tap down all their shit. There's like, what the hell, this guy drafted 2 Tatyovas? How dare you. Oh no, the event is ending. I just noticed this. This wasn't here when I started, right? So it must be they gave you a day and a half notice or something, but that would have been... I don't know, maybe this was here and I just didn't see it. Well, I wouldn't mind playing some Premier draft of this. It would be interesting to see how people draft, because the bots are not good at it. And I assume that's like true of every set, but I've noticed it more in this set, seeing so many insane cards go by. Especially in white. Bots hate white. Oh my god, this is awful. Easy mulligan. Fine. Put back the Illusionist, I guess. Just use this as a bridge into the other colors. Oh. Wish I'd kept the Illusionist now, of course, and thrown away the other forest, probably. Yeah, very funny. Red-white doing nothing after mulliganing to 6. That's maybe good news. Yeah, it does look they really are this aggro deck. Just missed. But this creature is a real problem. It's gonna 2-for-1 me, right? It's a 4/1 menace. I don't have a lot that does well against that. Okay, well, I just have to live a little while then. And have enough lands, I suppose. The other Tatyova. Draw it now or bottom it? Yikes. I guess I draw it. It's still a good play even if it doesn't make lands into flyers. Against a board like this. They're just gonna like take up the shield and absolutely wreck my day, right? Well, if they have take up the shield, I'm pretty sad regardless, I think. Oh, no trick. Wow, that's great news. Outrider is bad, as news goes. I guess I have to... Oh my god, did I really not leave enough green? Oh man, what an idiot. I guess I have to play this. I could kick it, but it would do, like, nothing meaningful. It'd let me scry a bit. And it would tap this, which I do not want. I can't believe I didn't look at what lands I was playing, like, and didn't put down a forest. Because I really could use one right now. To have played Tatyova instead of this, so that this could later bring back Tatyova to give me another flyer land. They didn't have a trick last turn on 5 mana. Okay. This might be manageable, but they're probably going to play some kick-ass creature. Oh my god, really? That's a real problem. Can't afford to kick that, obviously. But I have a good blocker for this now. This is just a huge problem. I need like 3 creatures to block this. Actually, wait a minute. Can I just triple block? They only get to kill 1. And I have another Tatyova in hand, haha. If they have a trick now, I'm completely blown out, but I think they had several chances to do something cool. Yeah, okay, well that works. Was looking for a land, but that's not bad. Should have played in the other order, obviously. Land's perfect. I'm not blocking, so I might as well get in 2 damage. I don't think I'm going to trick them into thinking I'm blocking either. They're just going to attack, right? And if I block, then I block. Yeah. Alright, well that'll do it. GG, get out of here. Maybe they misclick? Even then I'm in kind of rough shape. Alright, 4 wins. Not bad, not bad. Another domain dummy deck, huh? Never played Bortuk. The black cards were okay. Given that I wanted domain anyway for Codex, it's not crazy to have put them in the deck. And Weatherseed a little bit. I don't think I ever kicked a missionary. No, I did once, didn't I? I don't remember what happened there, but I think I did. In an early game. The Illusionists were great. This creature was total filler. It did like one kind of okay thing once. Would have happily cut this for like... I don't know. Any random instant, another impulse or something. Prodigy drew fairly often. That was nice. I wish I had like 3 more gardeners. Yeah, I don't know. If I could build this deck again, maybe I would leave out the black cards. Except for Bortuk. They were okay. But they sometimes weren't playable. I had to like tap my illusionist to play them or something like that. Oh well, not a bad result. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.